surgery. So please keep that going when you get it. And I just want to acknowledge that coming up here in a couple days is Veterans Day. It's important for all of us, more important for those of us that happen to be veterans. So, Milton, you're going to come up and do the introspection now. And Kenny, you're going to come up and do the pledge.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Y'all already know. Please raise your hand if you are a veteran. And we give a round of applause for our veterans. My introduction today, I found a nice poem that would be for all of our veterans. And it's entitled, "The Best on Earth." If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deep respect and admiration that they are special, no one can ignore. They sacrificed the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they can handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our very lives to our veterans who served in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrities. They're exceptional. No other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they have done. They're always in our hearts and in our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no one ever question what they're worth. These men and women served us and our country, our veterans, the very best on earth.
United States of America, to the republic which stands.
Thank you both. Please be seated. So we're going to listen to a little president's message now. This message is about a trick mirror. Kind of like the one I have displayed on the screen. You know, maybe it's human nature, or maybe it's just me, but when I look at the mirror, as shown on the screen, I often see a younger me. And you know, I'm thinking that may be a bit of self-delusion. Well, frankly, looking into a trick mirror and not seeing reality, or succumbing to too much self-delusion, can be kind of limiting. For example, how can our club continue to build on its century of success if when we look into the mirror, we fail to see things fully as they are? Question. What if we get so comfortable at being big and successful, we fail to see that we really haven't been growing membership for the last decade or so? What if we fail to see that we're really not that well known in Roanoke? What if that trick mirror prevents us from seeing the opportunities at our feet? Dare I say, opportunities near at hand to grow our membership. Dare I say, we can do that by introducing a little change and doing just a little bit of outreach. So listen to Ben Franklin now. He said, when you're finished changing, you're finished. So let's just think of a couple beneficial changes we can build on to grow our membership. Thank you very much for listening to my outreach president's message.
Hello, I'm Harry Zuloff, and I'd like to welcome our guests today. First guest, if the guests would stand up along with their host, and we'll welcome everyone at the end. First one is Matt Reynolds of Emmanuel Wesleyan Church. His host is Sherry Dillon, and Matt's a grant recipient. Fred Jeter says he's a prospective member, but he's really like 99 and 44/100% a member. We'll approve his application at the board meeting. Bart, thanks for inviting him and getting a new member. Patrick Boas. The host is Milton, and Patrick is Milton's boss, I guess. So you gotta be watching yourself. Okay. Jackie Smith, also a grant recipient with Community Youth Program, and Dan is hosted, very good. And then Michelle Krieger and Christina Ballard are guests of our speaker today, who will be introduced later on by Frank. So I want to welcome everyone. Let's give them a warm one. Not done. So you guys recognize this little thing? It's some of these cards that you're invited to lunch, and on the outside of it is a QR code, and even Jim Randalls knows how to do a QR code, right? So we have these at the welcome desk right there as you come in. Grab some. Bring some people to lunch. If they're a prospective member, John's not going to charge you. So make sure you bring someone that says prospective member, yes, okay? Thanks so much.
We're now going to benefit from listening to Bob Haberman take us down the road to grant recipients.
Thank you, President Mike. First, we have two grants today. An old friend, CYP. Would you please come up, Jackie and Dan? And Dan, would you introduce Jackie? And then Jackie, would you tell us a little bit about your organization and what you plan to do with the grant?
It is my great pleasure to be able to introduce Jackie Smith, who's the Executive Director of the Community Youth Program at St. John's. Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you all for letting me be here again. It's always a nice afternoon when I get to stop by the Kiwanis lunch. If you're not familiar, the Community Youth Program is also known as CYP. We're housed in the St. John's Episcopal Church, and we are a nonprofit after-school program for children in Roanoke City schools in 4th through 8th grade. And we provide after-school activities, one-on-one tutoring and enrichment activities, and fun Friday field trips. And last year, the Kiwanis organization was so grateful so generous to give to us a grant to support our reading nook. At that point, before the grant, it was completely bare. There was nothing in it, but thanks to you all, we have beautiful cozy rugs. We have 20 beanbag chairs the kids get to relax in, and they can either read on their own or they can listen to us as we read to them. As everyone knows, reading is one of the most important things you can do every day after school to make sure your grades and education is advancing. This year's grant is to support our swim lessons. Not being able to swim is one of the leading causes of unintentional death for children up to the age of 14. We want to prevent that. So every child that does not know how to swim is getting swim lessons thanks to you all. And we're working with the YMCA, and they are getting certified to make sure that they can swim and successfully care for themselves. So thank you all for taking care of our kids to make sure that they have everything they need to be successful in our life.
Dan, you want to get in quick? Sure. Now I would like to invite up Sherry Dillon and Pastor Matt, and they're going to tell us a little bit about Emmanuel Wesleyan Church and what will they plan to do with the grant. And Sherry, would you tell us a little bit about the church, please?
Good afternoon, I'm Sherry Dillon, and it's my honor to introduce Pastor Matt, my pastor at Emmanuel Wesleyan Church.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you. It's such an honor for me to be here again with you today. I was here last year to receive a grant for our snack pack program. And for over 15 years now, our church has packed snack packs weekly for the children of Preston Park Elementary School. We pack 120 snack packs each week, deliver them, and on Friday afternoon, they're sent home with the children who need them. Many of those children will have very limited or possibly even no food for the weekend. So this is something that our church believes in heavily, and we received a grant last year and then again this year, and came at a perfect time because of the increase in prices of food, as we all know. So thank you guys very, very much for partnering with us, for helping us bless the children and families of Preston Park Elementary. Thank you very much.
Thank you both for what you do for our community. We're happy to support you. So it turns out Milton has something to say about Milton. So please come up, Matt.
As your new president, let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born June 25th, 1976. I know I'm one of the oldest members in here. I was the first child of Milton and Cheryl Hardy. My parents were deeply entrenched in the world of music. My mom was known for her beautiful voice in the church choir. My dad took center stage as the lead singer of a quartet gospel group. Music ran in my blood. By the tender age of 5, I was already leading full songs in the church choir. It was almost like it was destined for me to sing and share my love for music with the world. At age 16, I skipped some years, so I went to 16. I began to explore my own musical journey by writing songs. The melodies flowed from my heart and the lyrics poured out like a river of emotions. I had somebody else help me with this. Music was my way of expressing the profound feelings and experiences that I had that life had to offer. I'm a proud colonel. My years at William Fleming High School were filled with exciting experiences. I proudly joined the marching band. I sang in the school choir. I even balanced my life as a football and track team member. These activities not only enhanced my musical skills, but also shaped my character and instilled in me a sense of discipline and teamwork. In January of 1995, I embarked on a new journey by enlisting in the United States Navy as a mess management specialist. Now they call it a culinary arts specialist. But anybody that knows it's really just a cook. I was a cook. I served at Naval Air Station Norfolk and had the privilege of being part of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, the CVN 71. It was on the USS Theodore Roosevelt that I was appointed as the ship's choir director. And we made history by performing on the Today Show during the Where's Matt Lawrence series, marking the first ever live broadcast from a war vessel. After dedicating 4.5 years to the Navy, I transitioned to the Army Reserve as a finance specialist. I served with the 2174th GSU in Salem, Virginia, under the leadership of my very first colonel, the current Commonwealth Attorney Donald Caldwell. During my time in the Army Reserve, I earned the rank of sergeant, and I found myself stationed at Fort Dix, New Jersey. And that's when the tragic events of 9/11 unfolded. So you had New York above me, DC below me, and PA right beside me. We were smack in the middle. In 1998, I had the privilege of writing and singing songs alongside my father, Bishop M.L. Hardy Sr., and the Prayer Temple Mass Choir for their live recording entitled Praise Him. This experience deepened my connection with my music and my faith. In the year 2000, I received a divine calling to the ministry, a turning point that would shape my life's path. I embraced this calling wholeheartedly and began to serve my community and congregation in a more profound way. 2008, I released my first music project, Love Letters, which you can see, you can get it on Amazon, YouTube, CD-Baby.com, whatever, Apple Music. I did that. And in that same year, I got the honor of being officially ordained as an elder in the church. And my commitment to both music and ministry continued to grow. 2009, I welcomed my son, Michael, into the world. In 2014, I welcomed my second son, Josiah. I was also ventured into professional performing arts by participating in what they call the Bobby Jones Gospel New Talent Showcase in New Orleans, Louisiana, which was broadcast on the Word Network in 2010 and 2011. 2013, the UBU Gospel Entertainment Group honored me with the title of Male Vocalist of the Year. In 2016, my family grew with the arrival of my third and final child. I'm not having any more. With my only daughter, her name is Vicky. Currently, proudly serve as the athletic coordinator for the city of Roanoke, and I'm the president of the board of directors for the Roanoke Area Ministries, otherwise known as Ram House. One of my most cherished roles is that I'm a member of the Kiwanis Club. I want to make sure I put that plug in there. Y'all supposed to clap right there. That focus is on we definitely make an impact on our community. So today, I continue to use my gift of music and my calling to preach the gospel, to witness, testify, teach, deliver, and set free all those who have been held down by the cares, inequities, and sins of this world. I firmly believe that our battle is not against flesh or blood, but against principalities in high places. I'm on a mission for the King, using the gift he has bestowed upon me to make a difference in the world and further this kingdom. And so basically what I do is for God and country. God bless you, and thank you so much for listening.
Well done. It's always nice to have someone up here with personality.
So refreshing.
All right, bear with me. We're a busy club. We have some important announcements. And I want to say thank you to those of you that thought to send me the text of what you want me to say and how you want me to say it. I appreciate that. Let's see, the first thing, directories are out. Andre has them. You need one. Let's see, second thing, Sherry Hartman. Some of you were over at the nature park with her on Saturday, helping to clean up. So she sent me a nice little report, which I'm going to read to you. 11 of you helped her do that. And then another 10 volunteers from outside the Kiwanis Club were there helping to do the cleanup. They came from Roanoke Catholic, the Key Club there, Fleming Key Club, Action Club, SERVE, which is standing for Equity in the Roanoke Valley, and the Clean Valley Council. Man, let's hear it for outreach. Nice job. So the weather did make the day more enjoyable. Orange trash bags. Oh, and then Ken Briggs. Is Ken on Zoom?
Yes.
Ken, this is for you. Ken treated the Action Club members to Chris's coffee and custard afterward. So in 2 weeks from today, our featured program is going to be all about the nature park. We'll all get a chance to hear what's been going on recently and the plans for the upcoming year. All right, nature park. Speaking of exciting things, Bill Bestfitch is here today. Where are you seated, Bill?
Next to Michael.
Oh, he's in the back. Bill Bestfitch is here. And this is the last day it's humanly possible for you to complete the survey that he sent around for the strategic plan. Get it in now, or it's too late. All right. Let's see what else is going on. You know, I got a lot of margin notes here today from those of you that wanted me to say stuff. Fun. Your meeting immediately following, the Fun Committee's meeting immediately following this meeting, all right? Also immediately following this meeting, speaking of fun, the Foundation Board is meeting. Membership. Harry Zuloff is shaking things up over in that membership committee. He's actually going to have an in-person membership committee meeting. We haven't had one of those in years. Join him tomorrow morning for breakfast at 7:15 at Panera Bread at Tanglewood Mall. So let's see. Also tomorrow, officers meet. You know, the officers, that's Club Secretary John Montgomery, Club Vice President Joyce Montgomery, Club President-elect Gene Bollendorf, Club President Mike Obrachta, and past President, where you seated, Ben Spiker. We meet every month to prepare for the board meetings. And speaking of board meetings, you're invited Monday at noon to be a guest at a board meeting. See what goes on with the leaders of the club. Offer your thoughts and opinions about what's going on. We'd love to have you there. Let's see.
Helps to know to order lunch.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, John. Let John know you're coming so we can order lunch for you. So, let's see, Gene Bollendorf, where are you? You're in the back, thank you. Gene is got a booth at this weekend's stock market. She still needs a couple more volunteers to staff the booth where we will sell K-Pad tickets and sell Kiwanis to those people that are coming through that event. Let's see, Don Chichester, Adult Care Thanksgiving. We're volunteering to help out there on Friday, November 17th. And Don asked me to say something that I didn't write down. I wonder what it was.
15 minutes early.
Oh, 15 minutes early. Yeah, come 15 minutes early if you can. Thanks. Speaking of Thanksgiving, at this location, at this time, next week, Amy, we're going to eat Thanksgiving ourselves. Thank you to Amy. Thank you, Amy. All right, a couple more to go. Larry. This is overly hyped promotion for the Mill Mountain Social Evening and Elf the Musical show. I'm delighted that Larry sent me this. For only $49 per person, you can attend a reception that includes an open wine and beer bar with heavy hors d'oeuvres, all you can eat. Then stay right there in the same building and attend a Broadway class show named Elf the Musical, which is patterned after the movie Elf. Reception starts at 6. It's held in the Harrison Museum on the 2nd floor. Raise your hand if you've gone to one of these things before. Yeah, most of us have. It's a really fun evening. So you're supposed to be signing up on those sheets that are out there. And if you want to support this theme that we have of outreach, you're going to sign up a couple of your friends, loved ones, neighbors to come. So, all right, I think I did justice to that one. Salvation Army, oh, another one to read. Ken Briggs, you're on Zoom. Thanks for sending this announcement in. Since 2008, our Kiwanis Club has rang the bell for the Salvation Army during the 3 Friday evenings Dickens of a Christmas. Speaking of Salvation Army, stand up for me. We're going to support you as best we can. Thanks. Thanks for what you're doing for our community. During those 15 years, we've collected over $20,000 to help with the cause. We'll be at the Market Square entrance to Center in the Square, December 1, December 8, December 15. You have sign-up sheets, right? Look at December 1. There's quite a few open slots on December 1. Reef and Susan Kessler would like you to volunteer to join them that evening at that event to volunteer. What else? Fellowship. Outreach. Oh, yeah, outreach again. Can't believe all you are on this outreach bandwagon. Sign up a couple of your friends and neighbors to ring bells with us at the kettle on those evenings. All right? Calendars. Is that the last thing I'm supposed to say? Bring your calendars. Give them to Andre. She brings them over to the VA Center. We just had some words about Veterans Day earlier in this meeting. The people over at the VA, many of them benefit from actually knowing what day of the week, what week of the month it is. And the calendar on their wall allows them to do that. So please bring those in. If I've missed an announcement, just write it down, send it up here. I'll get it at the end of the meeting. Thank you for that. Oh, and if I'm officially on time. So all you braggarts, you come up here and you can destroy our schedule by bragging at length or 30 seconds, whichever comes first.
Emily Bailey, and I have to continue my weekly brag for my mom. So we are down to on round 3 of cancer treatment. She's feeling really good this week. And right now her last treatment will be this coming Monday, and then we'll do all the testing and see how things are going. And then my other brag is for my dad and my sister, who are both realtors in Augusta County. And my sister recently graduated from the Realtor Institute with her GRI degree. She also is serving as the vice president for the Greater Augusta Association of Realtors. And my dad's team surpassed their 2023 goal already for sales. So all things good.
Hi, everybody. Lois James. And yes, I have a Santa hat. I was going to put it on, but it's way too hot. But, you know, but it's that time of year again. My favorite event is coming up, our West End Christmas party. We'll be here before you know it. So mark your calendars on Saturday, December 9th. We will go shopping. On Tuesday, the 12th, we will do our wrapping. And on Wednesday, the 13th here, we will have Santa Claus and a lot of very happy, rambunctious kids that love to come and have just a great time. And I think Gary Jerk is going to be here again with your musical buddies. Okay, the Kiwanis Brass. So we'll have great music that day too. So get ready. It's coming.
I'm Bert Boyd. My wife is Trish White Boyd, and I just want to express the gratitude she has for all the support that she's gotten throughout the city in her campaign. I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of all the support that she's got for this election. So whatever happens next is up to her, but I'm glad she made a good showing. Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to bounce off of what Milton said about veterans. I'm very proud to be a veteran. I joined up in '64, right out of college. I knew I was going to be drafted. So a good friend of mine and I, we decided we would join the National Guard. Well, I've been over to Normandy twice with my family. No, Andy's been over there. Quite something to stand on Omaha Beach. To the left was Point du Hoc, where our Rangers came up. Well, you know, the Nazis knew that we were going to invade, so they were ready. And they knocked off about 3,000 of us before we even hit the beach. They had fields of fire mapped out. And they had this MG-42 machine gun that was state of the art. But anyway, just a real shout out to our veterans. Because, I mean, they paid the ultimate price, they really did. Thank you.
Now, me and the speaker kinda has a little argument here, but anyway, can you hear me?
No, get closer.
Get closer? Sometimes I'm too close, okay. I'm sounding back on myself. Anyway, I'm Nancy Horn, and I've been kind of missing in action because I've been running a campaign, and Mr. McGraw said you gotta get up and say this. So I'm gonna brag about myself, I'll be through about 4. Y'all don't have to say all that. Anyway, I'm just here to thank you if you voted for me. And if you didn't vote for me, I love you and I thank you because I was ready to retire. And it was a wonderful campaign. I saw lots of our neighbors and I had some fun along the way. My staff, I went in this morning with them and they cried like babies because you get so close. Their problems are your problems and they are a very close-knit group of 12 and I have so enjoyed it. If you're in the county, I have loved being your commissioner, Renee. Thank you.
Well done with all those brags. By the way, the money that you see changing hands up here, none of it goes to me. All of it goes to our foundation, which then is, of course, invested, recirculated back into the community. So thank you for bragging, parting with some of your money. So today's program is going to be introduced by Frank. Frank, you ready to come up? And we're going to get to hear a little bit about the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southwest Virginia.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Frank Rogan, as Mike just said. I get to introduce the Boys and Girls Club, and we have a substitute today, Kristen Nash, but let me just tell you a little about the Boys and Girls Club. So I've been a member of the board on the Boys and Girls Club for the past 7 or 8 years, I think. And it's a great organization, very much a local organization. People think about it, it's a big organization with the Major League Baseball sponsors, and you see Denzel Washington out there, you see Jennifer Lopez out there. But really, it's a very locally based organization. Does great work with our kids after school and before school. And today we have Kristen Nash going to tell us about the Boys and Girls Club. Rebecca Meadows could not be here. She's the new president and CEO as of January, I believe. But Kristen does a great job at the Boys and Girls Club. So Kristen has been part of the Boys and Girls since 2014. Began a career as a youth development staff leader and then moved into a area unit director role, overseeing club staff and volunteers and members. She's currently area member for over 5 clubs and 5 of our 11 clubs. She's the mother of Oliver, who's 6 years old. And I'd like to present Kristen Nash.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay?
Get a little closer.
Great. Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. Excellent. Great. Great. I obviously am not Rebecca Meadows, so please ignore the PowerPoint. Our mission is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, young, and caring, responsible citizens. If you guys look at our PowerPoint to the right, it is a timeline of our history of service. We were founded in 1997, and it goes all the way from 97 to 2021. We haven't recently updated it to 2023 yet. But we currently are serving 11 different clubs, ranging from Christiansburg all the way to Franklin County. We currently serve 4 locations in Montgomery County: Christiansburg Middle School, Shawsville Middle School, Eastern Montgomery High School, Eastern Montgomery Elementary School. We have 3 schools that we serve in Salem City: Andrew Lewis Middle School, East Salem Elementary School, GW Carver Elementary School, and we serve 2 Roanoke County sites. We serve Burlington Elementary School, and we serve 2 elementary schools in Benton that get bussed over to Benton Baptist Elementary School. And then we have our 2 Franklin County elementary schools, which are Rocky Mount Elementary School and Lee Wade Elementary School. On average, we serve about 350 kids each day. Some days our number is much higher than that. Our 9th Street location, on a good day, we serve 125 kids. The most kids that we serve in Montgomery County on a good day is about 75 at our elementary school. In Franklin County, at both of those elementary schools apiece, we serve about 50 kids. At all of our locations, minus our Franklin County locations and our 9th Street location, we serve kindergarten through 5th grade. Our Roanoke location, we serve 1st grade through seniors. And our priority outcomes are academic success, healthy lifestyles, good character and citizenship. And we just recently started to focus on life and workforce readiness, really focusing on what we want the children to know after college or after high school. We're really pushing to know what they want to do, whether it's trades, if they want to go straight into the field of work, or if they want to go to college. We have our 5 key elements, which are making sure that we give them a safe place. That is our number 1 priority. And then we want to make sure that we give them a fun place to go, because honestly, no kid wants to go anywhere that's not fun. We're definitely told that all the time, because we make them do homework and they don't like homework at all. We all didn't like homework either, so I can't blame them. We also want to make sure that we give them supportive relationships, because most of the kids that we see don't have those relationships at home. That's why they come to us. We also want to give them opportunities that they don't typically get to see or have either. I learned in my time with Boys and Girls Club that most of the opportunities that we do give them, they've never had before. One of the kids that I had a few years ago had never been to Target before. We worked with Miss Virginia a few years ago, and she took all of our kids on a shopping spree. And one of the little girls that was in my club had never been to Target, and she lived 15 miles away from Target. So I gave her that opportunity to go to Target. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because she lived right there. And her parents never had the money to take her to Target. So sorry. Just being able to provide that for her was really meaningful. So being able to build these relationships with these kids is what we do day in and day out. And then just being able to give them the recognition that they need, because they also don't get that at home either. So being able to provide them with that at home or at the club, because they don't get that at home. This is a picture from our 9th Street Club. These are some of our kiddos playing basketball. We have really been pushing to increase our STEM education with our students. Our STEM education is based off of science, technology, engineering, and math. As you can see, our kids are doing a STEM activity in one of our clubs. We do have a partner with a professor at Tech who likes to come in and do a lot of STEM activities with the kids. They really like doing STEM more than anything that's more arts and crafts. STEM, they kind of get to blow things up, they get to create things. They like to do that. Instead of just being stationary, they like more hands-on activities. They also like to be in the field. They like to do the workforce aspect of things. So we like to take the kids and job shadow. We like to teach them things that they're not learning really in school. We want to give them that experience of working at Old Navy and bringing people up at the register, or taking them to Lowe's and teaching them how to help people find the simple things, or mixing the paint for customers. So we try to partner with a lot of different companies to give kids that opportunity. We also do a lot of career or character and leadership development. We have a program called Youth of the Year, where we take the kids and we put them through a whole interview process and a competition that goes statewide. And they interview on a club level, and then they do a regional level and then a state level. And they have to compete against kids throughout the entire state of Virginia. And then they have to bring their resume, and it's all based off of grades and their extracurricular activities and how involved they are in the club. So it gives them that real life experience and shows them what they need to work on when it comes to stepping outside of club and getting them prepared for the real life or real world. We also focus on health and wellness. We partner with Feeding Southwest Virginia. They are our main partner when it comes to giving kids snacks in the afternoon. We also partner with Virginia Cooperative Extension. They help provide us with different curriculum to teach the kids simple life skills, how to cook, because all kids need to learn how to cook at some point, especially if they decide to go off to college. They won't have to eat ramen all the time or cereal. So we teach them basic life skills, just basic skills in general when it comes to cooking. In our 9th Street Club, we also do Smart Smiles. We take the kids to the dentist through Delta Dental. We pull them out of class, we take them to the dentist for free, and then we take them back to the school. We also do sports every day. We do some sort of physical activity every day. Whether it's volleyball, basketball, tag, doing a scavenger hunt, something physical every day. And the kids love it, especially the little ones, because they need to get their wiggles out because they've been in class all day, 8 hours, and their attention span is very, very, very small. You would be surprised, especially after the pandemic, it is much smaller than it used to be. They are so fun now. There's a lot of new ways to get them up and moving. So we have to be more creative than we have been in the past. And they definitely keep you on your toes. The kids do still love arts and crafts. We try to stay away from glitter though, because glitter is very hard to clean up. But kids still love glitter. It stays there for 15 years, but they still love it. We love to take them to see different plays. We're actually taking a lot of our kids to see Elf. So I know you guys have Elf going around to sign up. Highly recommend it. You might see some of our kids. They love going to Mill Mountain to see the plays. They saw Matilda. They loved it. They were so engaged. They love to go to the museums, any music. They're very engaged with that as well. If you walk into any of our clubs, you'll see the kids dancing, singing. As you guys are aware, we do 4 on the 4th. A lot of our kids have run in the races as well. If you guys have participated in it, you guys might have seen some of them do the kid run. That's always fun. And these are just some of our kids from past years. We were fortunate enough to take them to DC one year. It was about 5 years ago. Through one of our grants, we took them and paid for them to go for an entire weekend in DC. We paid for everything but souvenirs. We paid for all their meals, their hotel, all their expenses. The kids loved it. Like I said, some of the kids never been to Target. So taking them to DC and taking them on a trip like that was awesome. They were super excited. And then our girls on the left got to do First Tee, which is a partnership that we have to teach them to play golf. And they did the opening tee off for our Delta Dental fundraiser that we do every spring. So our main goal is to make sure that we have a safe place for our kiddos. We want to make sure that their mental wellness is, well, we want to be able to help with their mental health and be able to give them access and support with that. Learning loss and recovery support and give them more social opportunities. With the pandemic, a lot of kids are still recovering. We like to call it being socially paralyzed is the new term. A lot of the kids don't know how to socially interact with other kids, especially our kids that are in middle school. So we are working on those social skills with them because they don't know how to talk to other kids. So our main goal with our middle schoolers is just to get them to sit with other kids and talk to them. Because if you see some of our middle school clubs, they're just sitting by themselves. They don't want to do group activities. So we want to give them a safe place where they can start working with those other kids, where they're interacting with those other kids. And we also want to give them a sense of belonging and acceptance. For any of those of you that have not been to our Power Moments events, we do have a podcast that you guys can listen to on any platform. I believe it's on Apple Music. Is that correct? Okay, it's on Apple Music. You can also go to our website, and it's on our website. Is it on YouTube? It's a series of 5 different sections of the podcast, and it's stories from our kids and people that work with our kids. And they're really meaningful. There's one about a young lady who has been with us since 1st grade. I believe she's a sophomore this year. She talks about how she's been judged and it's hard for her to be accepted during her time going through Roanoke City Public Schools, and how the club has been a safe haven for her. There's also another young lady who talks about how the club has been so meaningful to her. One of the podcasts is just about different partnerships that we have and different people that have worked with us. So I highly recommend that if you guys have free time or if you're driving to work, if you guys could listen to our podcast. And if you guys have any questions, again, I'm not Rebecca, but if you guys have any questions, feel free, you guys can reach out to Rebecca. Her email address is rpose, or you can always give us a call. Thank you guys for your time.
I'm just wondering, like, take a few questions from the audience. You have a whole team here, so they can respond in kind if they feel like it as well. Please, and repeat the question.
How do you hang your staffing for different locations? Who does that?
Repeat the questions for the audience.
I'm gonna ask you.
I'm Michelle Krieger, I'm Director of Finance and HR. So one of the things that we do is we hire, obviously, from local communities. We have people that recommend people to come work for us, but we're constantly looking for youth development staff that work in the afternoons with our students across all platforms and all of our clubs. For events, we bring in some of our staff of our admin team. We have a new chief development officer, which we're super excited about, Christina Ballard, joining us. This is her first day, so welcome again. Publicly, we're super excited about her being with us. But one of the things we do is we depend on our community partners also to help us put on a good event. And we obviously can't do it on our own. And so that's why we depend on people like you all who are able to come in and assist with some of our temporary needs for events. We put on multiple events every year. We have Delta Dental. The Pro-Am is a silent auction golf tournament event, cocktail fundraiser. We do 4 and 4, if you're aware of that. And then obviously at the end of the year, we'll either do an annual dinner or lately it's been power play. So all those events are things that we depend on the community to come in and help us with.
Another question.
Yes.
I work with the Boys and Girls Club in a number of communities. I love what you guys do working with kids. I've seen testimonies and kids' lives that have been changed and doors that have opened. I guess my question is, what is a typical membership cost for the clubs in this year?
So for most of our clubs are 21st century grant funded. And so for those clubs, our students attend for free. There is no cost to the families. For our 9th Street location, it is the only one that's a standalone site. That's here in Roanoke City on Southeast. And that one we charge a minimal fee of $15 per student. Again, the fee is waived if the family is unable to pay that. We fundraise for the remaining balance. So again, this is why partnerships are so vital to us being able to maintain the care and the level of needs that the kids have and being able to take care of them in a great way. So $15 a year. We do have a couple of situations where during summer camp is an all-day program. So instead of being an after-school program like we typically are, during summer we've opened it up. It's an all-day program. If students are able to, the family, we charge them $65 a week for that whole week. And that covers from morning till afternoon. They're getting 2 meals and a snack. So again, no extra cost for that. But again, we raise money in the community and through our events to help fund that because again, we can't, well, there's no daycare that's anywhere near that price point. And so we're helping fund that cost.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dad. I'd like to invite all of the staff from your organization to come up. We're going to hand you a little thank you honorarium check. Don's going to get all of you together in a group photo. Yeah. Want to get close together. Get close together. You look at the camera.
Thank you. Thank you.
And by the way, the honorarium goes to, yeah, you guessed it, Boys and Girls. Thank you very much. That was pretty informative, pretty expansive operation going on there, right in our own backyard. Frank, thank you for arranging for that. We've gotten some really beneficial insights this month from the speakers you've arranged for. And speaking of that, we're going to get insights next week from Richmond Vincent, the CEO of Goodwill Industries, as many of you are aware, they're going through they're at the start of a major development effort over on Melrose. We're gonna hear about that. And as many of you are aware, that's exactly where our nature park and playground are. So I'm hoping we're gonna hear a little bit about the intersection between all of those activities going on. So is there any further business that I need to take care of? All right, all those meetings I told you about earlier that are happening, some of them are happening now. And we are adjourned.
Well done, Maestro. 2 minutes.